Great Reset thing you keep hearing about. You know, that technocratic agenda to exploit COVID to centralize economic power and transform society into a social credit score hyper-surveillance transhumanist dystopia. Yeah, that one. Well, it doesn't exist. The New York Times said so. I mean, the World Economic Forum literally celebrated the Great Reset on the same day the New York Times published this article. Time magazine devoted an entire issue to it, but it still doesn't exist. Just like this video from 2 months ago of Justin Trudeau heralding the coronavirus pandemic as an opportunity for a reset doesn't exist.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset. This is our chance to accelerate our pre-pandemic efforts to reimagine economic systems.
He never said that. It was all just one empty conspiracy theory.
We're seeing a lot of people fall prey to disinformation, and if conservative MPs and others want to start talking about conspiracy theories.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset.
Conspiracy theories.
This pandemic has provided an opportunity for a reset.
Conspiracy theories.
Reset.
Conspiracy theories.
Reset.
Conspiracy theories.
I mean, Dr. Strangelove here literally endorses in his own book, which is called COVID-19, The Great Reset, implantable brain chips that can read your thoughts, and the onset of Minority Report style pre-crime programs where you're deemed guilty before you've even committed a crime. He admits that COVID is not an existential threat, but that it's an opportunity for technocrats to reorder society via a Great Reset. The World Economic Forum publishes regular promo videos hyping the Great Reset, but it still doesn't exist. That is, if you're criticizing it. If you praise it, then suddenly it does exist, and it's a good thing, because by redistributing wealth as part of the Great Reset, our beneficent overlords are going to fix inequality and help the little guy. Because globalist technocrats are really into helping the little guy. I mean, it's worked wonders so far. Amazon profit up 100%. Walmart profit up 80%. Target profit up 80%. Lowe's profit up 74%. Microsoft, Facebook, Apple, Google stock at record high. Small businesses 21% closed, revenue for the rest down 30%. Wow, so helpful! Thanks to lockdown, the CEOs of these companies have seen their personal wealth increase by tens of billions, while small businesses have lost over 200 billion. While cabbies in the UK are on starvation wages. But yeah, this Great Reset sounds like a worker's paradise. Oh yeah, and you know all those rules they made? Lockdowns, face masks, social distancing. Yeah, well apparently the technocrats who made them don't have to abide by them. Do as we say, not as we do. Some Karen will screech at you in the street for not covering up, but Dianne Feinstein is apparently exempt indoors. Intelligence agencies are using cell phone networks to spy on pleb lockdown compliance. You're being told to cancel Thanksgiving, but Governor Gavin Newsom can dine with California Medical Association lobbyists inside a fancy $350 a meal French restaurant in violation of his own COVID-19 protocols he set for everyone else. And Lori Lightfoot can attend a pro-Biden street party while issuing stay-at-home orders to everyone else. The people who know the most about COVID aren't afraid of it at all. Interesting. Meanwhile, police in Australia are telling people they can't walk their dogs. They think you're stupid. Justin Trudeau, a normal Christmas is out of the question. But wait, the technocrats say that if we behave ourselves, they'll let us out of lockdown for a whole 5 days over Christmas. Thank you, globalists. How gracious of you. We're so grateful.
We had lockdown for other religions' festivals. Yes, we did actually.
Well, Diwali.
Why should the Christians get it easier? Seriously, why should we? Why should we be the ones that have to have our festival saved when we didn't do that for other religious festivals in the last few weeks?
Because we're a Christian country, you utter spoon. COVID-19 doesn't give a flying fuck about Christmas. If we have to make compromises this year, so be it. Oh, you mean like you didn't give a fuck about your son attending a super spreader Black Lives Matter protest? You said you were proud of him. So if we go round to Granny's on Christmas Day, eat the turkey, trash her house and then set fire to it, that'll make it okay, right? Matt Hancock says hugging will be banned this Christmas. Fuck off!
Your arms are through the bottom one, okay? My arms go through the top one.
Imagine being such an insipid normie that you see some snivelling technocrat telling you can't hug your own grandma on Christmas Day. And your reaction is, oh, okay then, bollocks. And look who Hancock is busy mates with. Dr. Strangelove himself. Well, imagine my shock. Now they're going to issue freedom passes that force you to take the vaccine or get tested twice a week just to be able to leave your house.
Oi mate, have you got a license for that freedom?
Sorry to bother you. Can we just ask you how happy you're feeling right now?
I'm bloody miserable, actually. Pubs are shut. What do you expect?
The majority of Brits support making the COVID vaccine mandatory. Some are even clamouring to take the shot so they can attend live music events again. Inject me now! Imagine being such a mindless NPC that you beg to be injected just so you can see some shit band. Imagine a lifetime of being lectured and threatened by jumped up little twats like this.
The door is closed. If we have to ask you more than once to cover your nose, mouth, put your mask on, we are not going to be rude. We are not going to be nasty. We are going to simply take your seat number and your name. And when we get where we're going, you will either be arrested, fined, but you will also be placed on the no-fly list, meaning you will not be able to fly any airline for the rest of your life. We are government officials. This is government property. If you choose to act out of content or character on this aircraft, you will be arrested and face 20 years imprisonment, and you will also receive a $250,000 fine.
Sir, please you need to stop.
Still, at least if we take the vaccine, all this inane social distancing and mask wearing will come to an end. Right? Wrong?
Once the process is complete, does that mean they can take off their masks? They don't have to social distance? They can just go about their lives as before?
You know, I would recommend that that's not the case.
Can't wait for Biden's lockdown USA 2.0 and his national mask mandate.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, first pull up your mask.
Oh, but the masks haven't been politicized at all. And Biden totally isn't going to force Trump supporters to wear them like you'd force a misbehaving dog to wear a head cone. They think you're stupid.
Give me liberty or give me death. Unless there's a virus with a 99% recovery rate, in which case strip me of my freedoms, my job, my constitutional rights, and put me under house arrest.
Now, how about that totally fair and not suspicious at all presidential election, the bastion of unbiased credibility that is CNN?
What publication are you with?
CNN.
Fact-checked Sidney Powell's claim that Dominion Voting Systems and Smartmatic had links to Venezuela, the Clinton Foundation and George Soros. None of this is true. Problem is, later on, in the same article, they admit Smartmatic was founded by two Venezuelans and provided technology to the Venezuelan government. Then again, in the same article, they admit Dominion was a part of a Clinton Foundation program and that the chairman of the board of Smartmatic's parent company is also on the board of a foundation run by George Soros. Oh, but there's no link. They think you're stupid.
There is no evidence of widespread voter fraud in the U.S. election. Fact checkers confirm.
Because forget judges, courts, sworn affidavits and all that shit. The fact checkers have confirmed it. Fact check, they're facts if I edit the wiki article. Maybe if more journalists in the White House press room screech like toddlers having tantrums, Trump will finally concede.
Thank you. Are you really not going to all of you need to answer this.
Why is the federal government...
What is going on? You're not working with the transition. You're all part of not recognizing democracy. You're all undermining the democratic election. Every one of you.
Why is the federal
and you won't work with the transition.
Maybe if Stephen Colbert fake cries a bit more, Orange Man bad will be a distant memory. Because that seems to be a hope leftists share with our own so-called conservative media, which at every turn has cucked, collapsed and caved. Half of Spectator USA's front page is devoted to calling people who are concerned about vote fraud crazy. And aside from Hannity and Tucker, at this point, Fox News is basically CNN.
Illegal votes.
Whoa. I just think we have to be very clear. She's charging, the other side is welcoming fraud and welcoming illegal voting. Unless she has more details to back that up, I can't in good countenance continue showing you this.
Drudge, Daily Caller, all of them turncoats. And while Trump's hardcore base is out on the streets every day, what's Turning Point USA doing?
I said certified free, 7 days a week.
Okay, raking in $30 million a year. It's the richest conservative activist outfit in the country. So where's the activism? Where are the protests? A 3-day student conference at the end of December after the electors have already met? What's that going to achieve? When it comes to conservative media and activist groups, it's time to tear it all up and start again. Time to build a new empire from the ground up with new leadership. Because the current crop, they don't care about you. They don't care about Trump. They don't care about their country. All they care about is sounding smart to each other, their bank balance, and their precious Twitter and Facebook accounts. Turn off, unfollow, unsubscribe. They're all losers. And you know what losers are good at? Losing! But hey, shouldn't we all just be grateful that the hashtag resistance has saved the country from the evil fascist Drumpf? Erin Brockovich is mad at Biden for appointing a former DuPont chemical company consultant to his EPA transition team. Why the beef? Everyone knows Fortune 500 net worth $130 billion transnational big agri corporations are an integral part of the resistance. Biden's Pentagon transition team members are funded by the arms industry. And as everyone knows, the arms industry has been a long-standing mainstay of the resistance. There are at least 40 former lobbyists on Joe Biden's transition team. Again, when I think of authentic, organic, grassroots resistance to the prevailing power structure, the first thing that pops into my head is corporate lobbyists. Biden's list of transition team members includes former Wall Street employees and those with close ties to Wall Street. Many of the big banks with links to Biden transition team members were major donors to the former vice president. Biden's transition team, lobbyists, Wall Street bankers, and arms industry stooges. Welcome to the resistance.
It seems that the racist, corrupt, capitalist plutocrat is projected to win. No, the other one.
They think you're stupid.